Hey everybody, welcome to another Buddy Reviews. Today we're checking out CYMA C78 mid-capacity MP5 magazines. These are spare and option parts, as you can see according to the packaging. These are mid-capacity, not high-capacity mags, and they're really nice mags. So I got these to run with the Umarex, what's that damn thing called? A competition grade MP5, all plastic MP5, basically a copy of the old school Marui. Not a bad gun. If you've been following the channel or you're familiar with my channel, you've probably already seen that review because it has hit the channel, and I was favorable towards the gun. My first MP5 ever was a clone of a Marui. It was a UTG under the gun MP5, all plastic. I really loved it. It was a lot of fun, and I wanted another MP5, and I decided to grab this one as a stopgap till I get a real expensive one later. So for me, mid-caps is the way to go. Always wanted mid-caps, always liked mid-caps, so I needed magazines. For the MP5 I'm doing, it's kind of a project build. It's a Amazon project. You'll see more on a future video about that and explaining the whole project. But I had to get a mag off Amazon, so the first mag I got was this one, and it was from Clover Airsoft. I'll have a link, or at least a thing will pop up on the screen showing you where the link on Amazon where this one came from and the actual store. And then I got the rest of these from a separate location. I will have a picture show up here in a second, probably right about now. And that is the website where I got these from. I got the rest of these from there, mainly just for price difference. And you could get the whole thing from Amazon if you so desired, part of the project. But I did not want to go that route. I wanted to save just a little bit of money to put towards something else. So for me, mid caps are the way to go. I don't like high caps. I just hate them. It's just a personal preference. I went with these because they're metal. The whole magazine is metal, except for the very top, which is plastic. You've got your standard mid-cap magazine styling, basically copies of the old Maruis or classic Army magazines. You've got this little lever here to unjam BBs or get them out. Pull that back, BBs they'll shoot on out of there. Actually, let's put some BBs in here and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Good old Lilacs loader. We've already showed this in the channel. But you pull that, BB shoot on out. And as you saw, they shot out pretty quick, pretty strong follower. I'm sure my editor will rewind that and slow it down and zoom in. You'll see the BB shoot out through the bag. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. But good mags. I like them. I think they're really nice. They fit and seat really well in the Umarex. I'm not going to pull that out and show you because I'm probably going to get this video demonetized anyway. But if I can somehow trick the YouTube overlords into monetizing this video, I'm going to show you as little loading and unloading of magazines as possible because that seems to scare the hippies over in YouTube Central. Oh no, big scary gun. And they don't like that, so I'm not going to show that. I'll play their game a little bit. You'll see it, though, in the next little few segments where we actually show some feeding. I'll show some clips of the Umarex doing some shooting. That will all be these magazines feeding, probably reloading, so I'll probably get demonetized regardless. But you never know. Maybe the algorithm won't understand what's happening there because it is AI, and AI is not the smartest. It's not a human. Now, I want to show you something kind of interesting. So this is an older magazine. It's either Tokyo Marui or Classic Army. I got this back in around 05 off of Arnie's Airsoft, rest in peace. And that was the hop in place back in the day when the forums were all the rage. And I got a bunch of these from another dude in the UK used, had them sent over because they were all metal. That's what I wanted. Because I said at the beginning of this video, I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I may have said it. I had a UTG MP5, it was all plastic, it was really cool. It was the first, to my knowledge, low-priced, entry-level airsoft gun outside of Tokyo Marui and all those other big names. It was $99, and it was basically the competition MP5 of the day. It was an A5, came with collapsible stock, solid stock. It was pretty cool. It was basically the Umarex competition A5 of the time. Anyway, all metal, but this is kind of cool. I want to show you this. So this follower is the old style follower. It's the rounded out bulbous type. And then these have this little cup style follower. Totally different follower types. I thought that was interesting. And these do not have this little lever like you see on newer mags. So you were kind of shit out of luck if your BBs got jammed up in there or you needed to download these magazines. So if you didn't finish them off or you had a couple BBs kind of stuck in there, you had to get like something small and sharp to poke this little follower catch back to get them out. Whereas you can just pull this guy here to release them right there. There's nothing like that on these. So that's a nice upgrade on these newer magazines. Anyway, let's go ahead and cut over to the footage of you seeing these things actually in use, shooting, and then when we come back from that, we'll wrap up with final thoughts and end the video. So we got the CYMA. These are the metal 120 round mid caps. We're going to do a feed and shoot test, so we can have the video of them shooting so you can see it. And I'm going to go and heat this thing up. This is the Elite Force Competition. For YouTube purposes, I made sure you didn't see me putting the source in, because God forbid. Anyway, we heated this baby up. Let's put some rounds down, see how they feed. Do some semi-auto. We'll do some full auto. Perfect. I dare to say, lads, this thing fed pretty damn good. So again, CYMA mid caps feed pretty damn nice in this Elite Force competition grade. If they feed in this low quality gun, I'm pretty sure they're going to feed great in your super expensive fancy guns. So yeah, I think these are a win. I've yet to hear anybody really complain about the CYMAs. CYMA makes pretty good magazines. They're great. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get back to the rest of the review, head back inside to the table, and go from there. So, peace. Hey everybody, so we're back at the table. Got the MP5 mid-cap here from CYMA, and final thoughts. They're metal. That is really cool. I like that. Old school mags from back in the day were metal, and that was one of the big pluses because they just felt cool, and you felt like you were super cool guy because your mags were metal and your toy gun was plastic. I'm using it in a competition grade MP5, and it's plastic. Just nice having metal magazines. They feel good. That's nice. They feed really well, as you saw. I only had maybe one out of the two or three out of the 10 that I have that didn't feed every BB. And I don't even know if that was the mag issue or the gun or me, but I only had, like I said, a couple that didn't feed every single BB. So far, the followers have been great. They pushed all the BBs through, and we didn't have any BBs fall out of the bottom of the gun. So that was really good. Can't really complain. CYMA makes decent mags, like I've said, and then in this case, they made good mags. There are other mid-caps out there you can try, but I think for my money, I'm going to say grab these CYMAs. They're inexpensive. As you saw from the video, you can get them from different places, and Clover Airsoft had them for $10 each. So that's pretty cheap when it comes to mid-capacity magazines. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. I hope you got something out of this review. If you're looking for mid-cap magazines for your MP5, I'm hoping maybe you hadn't made a decision yet, and this video may have helped you out to finally decide whether or not these CYMA mid-caps were the way to go or not the way to go. Anyway, as always, get out there, play some airsoft. LARP smarter, not harder. If you like this content, consider hitting the subscribe button. It's that little helmet logo in the corner. Punch that guy in the head. Join us here. Until next time, hopefully I'll see you on the field. Take care. Peace.